Which three countries are co-hosting the 2026 FIFA World Cup? How many host cities are being used across the three countries? How many of the 16 host cities are located in the United States? Which stadium hosted the opening match of the tournament? Which country did host nation Mexico face in the tournament's opening match? Which stadium is hosting the 2026 World Cup final? Which country is co-hosting a men's World Cup for the very first time? How many times had Mexico previously hosted the World Cup before 2026? In which year did the United States previously host the World Cup? Which U.S. city hosted a 2026 semifinal at Mercedes-Benz Stadium? How many national teams are competing at the 2026 World Cup? How many teams competed at the previous World Cup in Qatar 2022? How many groups were the 48 teams divided into? How many teams make up each group? Which brand new knockout round debuted in 2026 because of the bigger field? How many total matches are being played across the whole 2026 tournament? How many matches are played during the group stage alone? Besides the top two from each group, how many best third-placed teams also advance to the knockouts? Roughly, how many days does the entire 2026 World Cup span? What is the name of the official Adidas match ball for the 2026 World Cup? Which country won the very first FIFA World Cup in 1930? Which country has won the most World Cup titles in history? How many World Cup titles has Brazil won? Which country arrived at the 2026 World Cup as the reigning, defending champion? Which legendary captain lifted the trophy for the 2022 champions? As of 2026, how many different nations have won the Men's World Cup since 1930? What record prize money is on offer for the 2026 World Cup winners? Which country won the 2018 World Cup in Russia? Which country won the 2014 World Cup in Brazil? Which country did the North American bid beat in the 2018 vote to win 2026 hosting rights? Which group was the United States placed into for the 2026 World Cup? Which team won a playoff against Kosovo to claim the final spot in the USA's group? Along with Turkey, which two other nations shared a group with the USA? Which team did the USA play in their opening match of the tournament? At which stadium did the USA play their opening match? Heading into the tournament, which nation sat at number 1 in the FIFA World Rankings? Which nation was ranked directly behind Argentina at number 2? Which nation rounded out the top 5 in the pre-tournament FIFA rankings? What nickname is commonly used for the Brazilian national football team? Which stadium hosted a 2026 semifinal in Arlington, Texas? What is the name of Canada's official 2026 World Cup mascot? What is the name of Mexico's official 2026 World Cup mascot? What is the name of the United States' official 2026 World Cup mascot? What animal is Canada's mascot, Maple? What animal is Mexico's mascot, Zayu? What animal is the USA's mascot, Clutch? Which is the largest stadium used at the 2026 World Cup, with a capacity of around 83,000? Roughly how much has World Cup winner prize money grown since 1982, when it sat at about $2.2 million? Which two North American pro sports leagues had to navigate scheduling conflicts with the 2026 World Cup? What capacity is the 2026 World Cup final stadium set up to hold?